do this because we know what we're about in this country. We know where we came from, and we know the cost that was extracted to gain us our freedom. We are unique in the annals of time, the United States of America. We are unique people and a unique nation because our national creed is based on the Declaration of Independence. It is God who gave us our rights, not government. And knowing that, government cannot take them away from us. The purpose of government is to secure for us those rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's their job. They're not negotiable. You can't have them. They're ours. We don't give them away. We don't trade in inalienable rights. No, 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 no. No, no. Because Ben Franklin said at the conclusion of the Constitutional Convention, when asked, what form of government do we have? He said, we have given you a republic, my dear, if you can keep it. If you can keep it. And that's the question that we are answering this afternoon. Will we keep it? You bet we will. Because it's our country and we love it. And we will keep it. We are motivated. We have too much to lose and too much at stake. I just want to end with telling you what a remarkable people we are and give you a glimpse into the character that makes up Americans. It was 67 years ago on February 3rd. It was 1943. It was at the height of World War II. And we quite frankly had no idea if we would be able to defeat this enemy. We had one of the most severest enemies we'd ever faced in the European theater. One of the most severe, cruelest enemies we'd ever seen in the Pacific theater. And so there was a transport that was making its way across the icy waters of the Atlantic. They were about 100 miles west of Greenland. Freezing, cold, 1 o'clock in the morning, icy waters. There had been German U-boats that had been sighted, and so the crew was on high alert. But at 1 o'clock in the morning, a submarine peaked its periscope up above the icy waters. And in the crosshairs of that periscope, they sighted the center ship called the Dorchester. And they let 3 torpedoes go. One hit decisively below the water on the starboard side, and immediately the ship took on water. The message was given to the captain, the power was knocked out, the radio was knocked out, it was chaos everywhere. 902 young GIs were on board. Panic was everywhere. But also in the midst, there were 4 chaplains. One was a Catholic priest, Father Washington. Another was a Jewish rabbi, Rabbi Good. 2 other Protestant ministers were on board as well. And without a word, the chaplains went to work. They started calming the GIs. They went downstairs, pulled as many young shipmen as they could up to the surface. One young man wanted to go back to his room to get a pair of gloves. The Jewish rabbi said, "No, son, take my gloves. I've got an extra pair." The rabbi didn't have an extra pair. He knew what he was doing when he gave his gloves away to the young GI. They got as many GIs up on board deck as they could. And when they got them on deck, the 4 chaplains went to the storage locker. They opened it up. They quickly handed out as many life jackets as they possibly could to the young men. They had the life jackets on themselves, trying to calm. Imagine darkness, screaming, crying, hundreds of men already dead, floating in the water, the oil-strewn, icy water. Less than 20 minutes elapsed before the ship sunk. And as the rabbi stood and handed out the life jackets to the seamen, soon there were more GIs than there were life jackets. And without speaking to one another wordlessly, the chaplains silently slipped off their own life jackets and put them on the next 4 GIs who were shaking, panicked, disoriented. The chaplains didn't think of themselves. They fulfilled what the Holy Scripture says. Greater love has no man than this, but that he lay down his life for his friend. That night, over 600 Americans were lost in one of the greatest tragedies in World War II. It was only something over 200 that were saved that night. But the story was told of the 4 chaplains who, once they distributed those final life jackets, embraced one another as they held onto the railing of the ship, crying out, "Come, boys, have courage, courage, boys, hold on." They prayed for those who had died, and they prayed for those yet struggling for life. And then the chaplains were no more. And that is the character of the American people. If you look at who we are, and if you look at our magnificent history, we marvel as we look at the gift that we have been given. It is a gift not only for the United States, it has been a gift and a beacon of hope for the world. And we are not timid. That gift turns on. Liberty burns on. Hope burns on. Life burns on. It's the story of the United States. And we today in 2010 are that link on the chain. And so that's our question. Will we continue? And will we thrive? I say we do. What say you? We are a forward-looking people and a forward-looking nation. And I want you to know that there are very few people that I have met that have the kind of inner fortitude and reserves and the kind of vision that I have seen in our next speaker. I am so honored to let you know that what we have all observed in the last 2 years in Governor Sarah Palin is a woman of such extraordinary fortitude. Part of it is that she is so much a one of us. As absolutely drop-dead gorgeous as this woman is, on the outside, I am here to testify she is 20 times more beautiful on the inside.